happening in our skies.
All right. We are back. You are joining us. This is I Married a Bigfoot. Look, I like aliens. I like ghosts. I like Bigfoot. You know, I like the paranormal. I watch these things every day on my TV. I subject my wife to it, and
I tolerate it.
she definitely does tolerate it. And you know what? We talk so much shit about these videos. You know, we discuss it. We have back and forth. And you know what? That's what this podcast is about. And you know what? We got a lot of videos coming together for this. And you know what? We're going to dive straight into it. All right. Let's see. And the majority of these videos are going to be from TikTok. So, you know what I'm saying? I will put the links in the bottom and all that stuff so you guys can see it.
I mean, come on. TikTok's the preferred social media.
Exactly. It is the preferred.
For me.
You know,
I don't have the attention span to dive through YouTube.
Yeah.
And
or a half hour shows.
Yeah. It's
it's the new news.
I have the pandemic attention span, which is approximately 35 seconds. So.
35 at the most.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we? This is your first video.
This is my first video. Yes, this was sent to us by DJ from the Untrained Eye. You know, we constantly TikTok bomb each other. So you know, I thought this was pretty interesting.
Okay, so let's take a look.
This is a UFO video. There we go.
So it looks like people are in their car. It looks like they're driving and pulled out their phone.
There we go. So we can show it again, and that's showing airplanes. So basically, something was falling out of the sky.
Let me start it back in the video because I missed it.
Okay.
Okay. So the first kind of opening scene is literally, people call them chemtrails, but what are those actual, like the trails made by the jets?
Chemtrails. They're just called chemtrails.
Well, they call them chemtrails because they think they're
evaporated
chemicals in
air.
them. But whatever. Like, you know, kind of like the smoke that makes from a jet, but it's going straight down.
Yeah.
It's looking from like a craft falling.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's where it starts.
You can see a craft falling at a high rate of speed.
Something's falling.
And everyone's watching. You can see people in the street looking at what the fuck's going on.
But you can't see it crash because it goes behind a tree.
Buildings, yeah.
Well, yeah. So this is in like a neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's like some like maybe apartment buildings, cars lining the street and stuff. You can't really see. It's not like in a big field. And then the next shot is
4 fighter jets.
Yeah.
These are aircraft, fighter jet. These are, you know what I'm saying? The average person doesn't have a jet plane.
No.
And you know, say these jets just pop out of nowhere. So you know, that's one of those things with UFOs and with things that happen like that. It's one of the first black helicopters, fighter jets, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to figure out whether it's a threat, whether they're trying to see, and like I said, whether or not that it was seen or not, but even with those chemtrails, they always go across. They're always parallel to the ground. Yeah, this was straight down. So from the sky down, you can see something falling at a high rate of speed.
Enough to make like a trail.
Yeah. And on top of it too, like I said, there was a whole bunch of people out in the street like, what the fuck are we looking at?
Yeah, you know? And it wasn't in the middle of nowhere. It was like in a town. Yeah,
exactly.
So there were trees and cars and not necessarily houses, more like buildings, like kind of industrial buildings and stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know. What are your feelings on this one? Because I have my automatic. This is fake. Is kind of my baseline.
Well, that's the one thing is the reaction of these people. And, you know, the reaction of these people are like, and these people are from the hood, you can automatically tell from just the way they're like, what the fuck, this and this. And they're going in on it. And it's like, you know, and on top of it too, like I said, there's most of the time people aren't just going to be all staring in one direction. And you to record a video of all these people standing in one direction.
They must have been watching it for a second. Like let's say hypothetically, you know, we're standing out in the street doing whatever. And I see something, I'm going to show you. And then if it all of a sudden starts falling, whether or not it got shot out of the sky or had some type of weird malfunction where it crashed, the point where they started recording is kind of where you would think you would naturally be like, oh shoot, let me get my phone. And it's already on its way down.
Exactly.
There's only a few seconds before it goes behind a tree.
Exactly.
Way off in the distance, and you can't really see if it crashed, you know, where it landed. You can't see any of that.
And one of the other things,
that aspect of it is believable.
To a point, but is believable
in the sense of when they started the video.
Well, then this is what I'm going to say too. it is illegal and against the law for fighter jets to fly as low as they are.
Well, not if they're the Blue Angels.
Well, there's a difference between the Blue Angels and what they're showing here. You know what I'm saying? The Blue Angels right off top, the blue is very prevalent. You can see the yellow, and even at a great distance. That's the reason they're designed the way they are. But the thing is even with Blue Angels, they are in either an open field, which in most places that's how they go, or they're over the water performing these stunts, because they're usually only brought in on Fleet Week. And even if it's not a Fleet Week, there's still a certain distance, a certain height. So
those were pretty far away.
Yeah, but the thing is
we can't tell where they are in relation to that town. We have no concept of the town's layout. Well,
even at the distance, there's a certain height limit, and it's a flight regulation. Like there are certain levels. Like personal aircrafts fly at a certain height, commercial aircrafts fly at a certain height.
Yeah.
Military equipment fly at a certain height, and it all has to be orchestrated like that too. So like even if it's in the town or just on the outsides of the town, there is no reason for jets to be flying that low unless they're in military facilities.
Well, let's say hypothetically there is an aircraft. It doesn't necessarily have to be extraterrestrial. It could be terrestrial and just unknown. It could,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is that those jets are not supposed to be that low. That's what I'm saying, because they have the ability to destroy property. They have the ability to hit speeds that would basically destroy things that were on the level that they're at. You know what I'm saying? Because of the sheer shock wave of the distortion of air that they're creating. That's one of those things that like need to be taken into consideration when they fly at that level. So like in an emergency situation, yes, they will.
Yeah.
They can. But what would bring on that emergency situation? Alien aircraft.
A UFO. I don't know. I mean, it didn't look specifically computer generated. Obviously I can't roll that out because people can do everything with that type of stuff.
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
It didn't look like an airplane. It kind of looks like disc or cylindrical shape. It's just it's hard to say exactly what it is. Those planes, they look pretty low, but they are still really far away. We have planes. We live next to an Air Force base.
Yeah, but
and those planes, not typically this low, you can still see them at that distance.
Yeah, you can still see them at that distance. And one of the things too is like when they do, and because we live next to an Air Force base, they're only coming in low for landing, and these are flying in formation.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely look like they're heading out to somewhere, but we don't know where this is.
Yeah. We have no concept.
It could have been, it makes sense to at least a reasonable degree that those planes are out investigating whatever that was, whether that be a weird blimp that caught fire and fell out of the sky, or whatever it is. But it's definitely interesting. I'd like to see what people's theories are on this one.
Yes. All right, let's hit the next video.
All right. The next one.
This is a Bigfoot video.
Let me just pause it for a second.
All right.
So do you want to?
Well, now, this right here. It's basically supposed to be a Bigfoot crossing a path as this guy's watching. So it does look a little hoaxy, but the thing is though, it's like it all, like I wouldn't even say Bigfoot. I would say more alien, because Bigfoots are described in a certain thickness, and this is pretty thin. I know Bigfoots are going to come in various shapes and sizes and colors, but the thing is this right here, Bigfoot is known to glide, and this is gliding, but it just seems so awkward.
So, and just to kind of explain the video for anybody who's not going to watch the video, you are like
there's
the
video. Forest.
Yeah, you're in a very densely wooded area. Mostly a lot of tree trunks, less tree. It looks like the branches are a little higher up, and you're seeing this being, let's call it, kind of walk maybe, I don't know what, 50 yards away from you.
I would say about 50 yards.
Through the tree trunks, basically.
And there's heavily bushed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and it's kind of walking very ape-like.
Yeah, hunched over.
But yeah, there's no part of me that believes this. This is very clearly a digital image. No animal walks like this. No natural creature walks like this. This is digitally done.
And I would say the same thing, because like I said, it's walking in a way that is unnatural, even for a Bigfoot,
even for a robot. People make robots that are more fluid and natural in movement than this. This is done digitally.
It definitely does look like that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of it too, just the body shape is complete. The head's really weird looking.
Yeah.
The hunched shoulder, and just the not the arm length, but the movement of the arm just seems very rigid.
Yeah, it definitely. It seems like there's not a lot of shoulder movement. It's forearm movement, weird like stiffness in places that wouldn't normally be. There's no real kind of like saunter back and forth. It's just it's very
it's very digital,
mechanical. Done.
It's a little too stiff.
Yeah, among other things, you know, it's a very the quality of the video is very bad. It's seems very pixelated and things. So, and not in a sense that it's not clear, in a sense that it's like
almost
they
too
pixelated
clear
stuff to cover other stuff up. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wouldn't even necessarily say that those trees aren't fake.
Yeah, because even that last tree, it has a certain shape to it. I'm like, well, all the other trees are basically straight.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it looks like someone's probably movie project. So, but yeah,
I would definitely say.
Okay, so let's go on to the next one. There's no sound on that one. The next one is again from TikTok. This is a video from somebody who took on a plane. They're they're already flying, and then they see this kind of black streak, seemingly almost fall out. It's kind of like it's going down, but it's not like falling straight down. It's almost like
it's guiding itself down.
Yeah, it's almost like it's guiding itself down, like almost like if it had like some type of invisibility.
Yeah.
And you're only seeing like the shadows of the under part of the plane. Like that's kind of what it looks like to me, almost like.
Well, the thing is too, is like this is being recorded from a plane, and it almost looks like the window of the plane would be scratched. But the thing is you can't fake the movement that it's having. All right. Because it almost looks like a nick. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, planes don't operate like that. And the way it's moving with the clouds. And it
has like some kind of like emissions coming off.
Yeah, it does. It has little spatter at the end.
So, and one of the people in the comments, they said, what are those dark kind of spirit things from Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, the Deadly Howls, or
I don't remember, but they're like this black mist thing that would
almost like some kind of flying spirit.
That's what people were joking and saying that it was. So, but that's what it looks like. It just looks like this weird kind of like condensed shadow mist,
and
like
it's bright as fuck outside.
Down.
This is bright. It's blue skies. White clouds, and then you just have this odd. Like I said, some things you can't explain. You know what I'm saying? It's literally. Like it's either got to be the shadow of a UFO, or you know what I'm saying, there's a fucking ghost floating out in the sky.
Exactly. Some like a demon.
Yeah, thing. Exactly.
Now one of the things is that obviously everybody has those like the Snapchat where you can put like a turtle way off in the distance, and then if you zoom in, it gets bigger, smaller, whatever.
Yeah.
It could easily be something like that. Someone's bored on their phone.
Well, that's the thing though too, is like that shape is just so because like even with those filters and stuff like that, they're a definite shape. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes,
it's something.
But who knows? I mean, I'm not saying, but like there's no logical like what is this?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, either it's digital or it's something real paranormal that we don't know. Exactly. But like what would be the purpose?
That's it. Does look weird.
Who is he haunting up there?
You know? Well, he's on his way. You know what I'm saying? The person moved.
Exactly.
He's got to relocate.
Exactly. But it's so weird because
it stretches out.
Emissions from it. There's like this
little trail.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what people think about that.
Exactly.
One. This one is another one from TikTok. This is a dog that passed away, and you can see him running in his yard before he passed away. This is how he would just run like crazy, crazy, crazy all over this big yard. And then this is a video from a ring, and they're saying there's like this black shadow kind of moving out through the yard, and they say that's the dog's spirit after he passed away, still running through the yard. So, and they were saying it's super cold, so the bugs aren't out.
Yeah, you can see the mist on the ground.
The frost. On the
frost on the ground.
And they were, it's just kind of a cute little video, saying that the dog really used to be out in the yard all the time. Used to love running around, being wild and crazy and stuff. And so that they believe that they caught it on camera.
And that's one of those things, I'm saying, the energy of dogs are very loyal. Sometimes they don't even want to, they never want to leave. They always want to stay. Mm-hmm. And the thing is if it loved it that much, it's definitely going to want to have that impression on that family and on that house, on that property.
Even its energy,
exactly.
Like, I don't know how spirits live.
Well, the thing too is like when something happens that's so emotional and so much energy that's put into it because of how probably that dog loved the family, and the family loved the dog. The energy there is you get a repeating spirit where it's like, it's reliving it every single day. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to catch it on the camera.
Yeah. So like, I want to believe that because who doesn't want to, think that their dog would choose to be with them even in the afterlife, right?
Exactly.
That's but even though they say it's not bugs, the only reason I am skeptical is, let me pause that sound real quick. If we go back to the video, the shape of it doesn't really change. It doesn't go, like, as it moves out into the yard, the shape of the spirit of the dog, it doesn't change size. Like, you would think in like, if any other physical object moves away from you, it gets smaller. This doesn't. It does look like a kind of bug or something on the camera. And I'm not saying that it is, but it's just what it looks like to me, because it goes off into this very distant tree line and is the same size.
Yeah.
You see how it's just moving and it's the same size. And I don't know how spirits work. Maybe they can, expand or whatever. I don't know, but that's my own skepticism.
Well, it goes like that. Sometimes you just don't know.
But do you think, like, how do you feel about like, if you
watch the first video, it gives you a time, but if you watch it, it actually stretches for a split second. And then as it stretches, it recondenses. So right in the beginning, watch it just right there. See? It thinned out, and then it did change shape. And the thing is too, is it took off like it was jumping into a change of direction, which dogs do. Dogs, when they're running, they just don't turn. They kind of leap into that direction.
Playing, they're like, and then crazy all over the place.
In this first section of the video, if you slow it down, you see it going, and then it literally it does veer off. And so that's why, like, and it does change shape and size at that moment in time, because it's elongated, like if it's in a full sprint, and then all of a sudden it's like it's slowed down, and then now
expanded.
And then
So I mean, I see what you're saying on that part.
And then you see right here, like it literally changes colors from this point. Yeah.
More round and more of like
we're slowing it down right now. So even as it opens and closes, it's like if the dog's legs, like if it's running, because dog's legs come together as it runs. Yeah. So it almost looks like feet are leaping.
And on the second part of the video, I will have to admit that it kind of makes a left turn as if he was running through the yard.
Yeah.
Is that left? Yeah, that's left. So maybe.
Yeah, I'm saying, well, like I said, I think it's there.
Yeah. All right. What else we got in the news?
Yes, this is paranormal in the news. We catch videos, we watch things, and you know what? Let's see what the newscaster says. This is in, I want to say, it's either Texas or it's in California. But let's go ahead and watch this.
Okay.
Just went up for sale in Buckeye. And its owner says whoever buys it will likely have a lot of unwelcome guests. Lauren Reimer went to check it out tonight. We have 4 bedrooms in the house.
This seemingly peaceful Buckeye Horse property was recently put on the market.
We have a 10-foot deep diving pool.
According to its owner, John Edmonds, Stardust Ranch
Yep.
also has one quality you won't find anywhere else.
Well, we have 2 alien portals. We have one in the front and one in the back.
And through
Not
those
one,
portals,
two.
he says they often
It's how we
get
roll.
otherworldly
Double
visitors.
alien portal.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, that
Catching
we
it from
don't
both
run
ends.
into in the house and on the property are anything but peaceful.
He says he has the scars to prove it.
Oh.
I've killed 19 of them here on the property.
So after
Why is this
20
so
years
familiar?
of
Have we
defending
watched
his
something on
We
property,
watched Ghost Adventures did this.
They have
Oh,
all
okay.
size.
Edmonds and his wife say it's time to move.
It's
Yeah.
going to go to somebody that understands the true nature of what's here.
The property is listed for $5 million.
Just $5 million
Just $5
for
million.
2 alien
Portals.
portals. My
Exactly.
God.
Exactly.
That's a steal.
In a way,
Steal.
we're
That's a steal.
offering a university. It's a place for teaching. It's a place for learning.
I'm Lauren Reimer for Arizona's Family.
Oh, it's in Arizona. So, all
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Arizona. That makes sense.
right. Now, what do you think?
I think that is this a news article or is this old? Because I know his story is old.
Oh yeah, this came out. I want to say last year
Mhm.
that this story is when it came out.
I think this gentleman is taking advantage of A, the alien hype, and B, the real estate market that is skyrocketed recently.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. I didn't believe his story when we watched the show on it.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
All right, let me tell you something right now. All right, this guy killed 19.
19. Did he kill it with like a sword?
Samurai sword.
Yeah.
All right, and so he did kill him with a samurai, and he has a scar that's about 2 inches to prove it.
That he could have got on.
You
like
know
a
what I'm saying?
fence.
I just imagine this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's got 2 AKs, and he's just like just fucking.
He's the
you know,
alien Rambo.
Exactly, just like mowing him down, ran out of bullets, pulls out his samurai sword, and just starts hacking him in half. Full sprint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this guy is not physically fit. All right, but I imagine him fucking bandana, fucking shirt ripped off, katana sword, like just mowing through 2-foot fucking midget aliens. All right. This is a highly probable scenario. This could
Clearly.
be true. This is, and it's probably happening now as we speak, because I'm pretty sure no one's bought
He's
this
out
property.
there fighting day and night, trying to
You know,
save his horse farm and his
yeah.
wife.
You know, he's basically fighting for the survival of the world. All right. That's
He's
just what-
keeping those 2 portals at bay,
At
keeping
bay.
those aliens away.
all right.
The
we-
aliens come through portals now,
Yeah,
apparently.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, we have an MCU situation here. All right, why is this guy not a superhero in a comic book?
Mhm.
All right, slaying humans. I live here and I gotta fucking take a stand for the fucking world.
The alien slayer.
I'm just saying, the alien slayer. He fucking, beast out, ready to do this. I'm talking about, look, that's fucking crazy.
19 aliens.
19. He
Over the
kept
course
count.
of how many years?
He
It's
said
been going on a while because
Yeah.
we watched that show a few years ago, I
Yeah.
think. And obviously it had to have been,
Yeah.
I would say at least 7 years.
Yep. And this guy is now selling his property.
Mhm. Or has hold.
Yeah.
So if somebody else has the property now, Stardust
Exactly.
Ranch,
That's it.
and can confirm that there are alien portals.
Yep,
on the
2
property.
alien
2,
portals.
not just one,
All right.
but 2.
He's going ham. And are you now going ham? Are you studying this? Because he's
Double
offering
portal.
you a double portal. And he says this is a teaching place.
Mhm.
Universities
You can
will
research
fucking research here.
aliens.
All the aliens. You know what I'm saying? You want to get
I
the
think
real
he's getting
proof.
paid by Space Force.
Well, let me tell you right now, I would not be surprised if he has been relocated to Space Force to help fight the aliens with his
Clearly,
katana
he's
sword.
probably training the military right now.
Right now,
I didn't even think of that.
this guy is double AK'd up on a Sunday. All right, ready. All right, that's just what's going on here.
Yeah,
All right, the alien slayer is ready to retire and
Oh,
start
yeah.
teaching the youngs.
he's got to. He's got to
You know what I'm saying?
get that. Now, he's not going to live forever. He's
Ain't
got to
gonna live.
pass on his
He's
knowledge.
got to pass on the torch. Someone's going to receive that alien slaying katana.
Mhm.
It's got 19 souls of gray aliens on it.
Exactly.
All the power absorbed
Mhm.
through these portals.
Exactly.
This guy's, like I said, why don't we have a movie yet? I'm just
I don't
saying.
know.
It should
Zach
be a movie.
Baggins, get on it.
Zach Baggins, get on it. Well, that's our podcast. This is our episode. I love aliens. I love ghosts. I love all these documentaries.
And I like poking holes in all his theories.
Well, you can always tell me how right I am.
Or how wrong I am.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Scared. The tall man is scaring us. He's standing behind a tree.
It looked like a giant ape with a man's face. He was about 9-10 foot tall.
It's a rather bizarre story. Strange craft being taken aboard by 3 unearthly creatures.
People began experiencing things that they couldn't explain. Something was happening in our skies.